Yukta Svajana Bandhava Mananyena Bhavena Mayananyena Bhavena Bhaktin Kurvanti Yedham Bhaktin Kurvanti Yedham Makrite Jakta Karmanas Makrite Jakta Karmanas Jakta Swajana Bandhava Jakta Swajana Bandhava Mayananyena Bhavena Bhaktin Kurvanti Yedham Makrite Jakta Karmana Jakta Swajana Bandhava Such a sadhu engages in staunch devotional service to the Lord without deviation. For the sake of the Lord, he renounces all other connections, such as family relationships and friendly acquaintances within the world.
Mai anannena bhavena bhaktin kurvanti jedhiram matkrite sattva karamana tapta sajana bhava. This is the explanation of the last version of Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam. We have got so many obligations. As soon as we take birth, human being, not cats and dogs, we are immediately indebted to so many persons. Devarshi bhutatu ninam pidrinam. We are indebted to the demigods. The body, the material body which you have got, it is running by the direction of the demigods. There are different demigods controlling different parts of the body. So that means as soon as we get a body, we become indebted to the demigods. Then when we are educated, we take knowledge, then we become indebted to the great sages, saintly persons who have given us all the direction, how to live comfortably, sinlessly. Then they worship Bhuta, ordinary, general, living being. Just taking milk from the cows, service from the boat, from the horse, from the cats, cats and dogs. We are also indebted to them. We worship Bhuta, Apta, relatives. We get so many help from relatives. Bhuta, Apta. We worship Bhuta, general public. The Bhutaptunam, Shrila, and the four fathers. So, Rini we are immediately. But if we renounce everything for the sake of Krishna, then we are not Rini or indebted. That is the injunction of this. Devarshi bhutatva ninam pisri nayang kinkarama rinicharajan sarvatmanaji saranang saranang gato makundang parihitya kurtum. So, Krishna also says, or Shastra says, that our only obligation is to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And if we take to that process, then we are no more obliged to anyone. We are free. That is really freedom. How it is done? That is the Almighty God's power. He can do that. Just like we have got practical experience, if a man is condemned to death, nobody can save him by law. But if the president or the king excuses him, then he is saved. That we have got practical experience. King's mercy or the president's mercy. So, if you actually surrender your everything, your life, we can sacrifice our life, our wealth, prana, artha, we can sacrifice the intelligence, everyone is intelligent. If he sacrifices, this is called yoga. If you sacrifice, you have got some intelligence. Everyone is intelligent. How to make his sense gratification very nice. Even an ant knows how to gratify his senses. So, you have to sacrifice that. Don't gratify your senses, but try to gratify Krishna's senses. Then you are perfect. You have to learn from the sadhu, because it is recommended. That Saiva sadhu sukrito. As much we are trying to gratify our senses and become attached to this material world, we are becoming more and more entangled. The same thing, if you do sadhu or Krishna, sadhu guru Krishna, sadhu shastra guru. So, Sadhu is representative of Krishna, or Krishna directly. Sadhu will never say that you serve me. Sadhu will say serve Krishna. Therefore, we have to approach Krishna through sadhu, not directly. That is not. That is confirmed by Vaishnava Acharya Narottam. Chariya Vaishnava Seva Nistar Peche Keva. You cannot directly approach Krishna. You have to go through the media, the transparent media of his representative. Therefore, Krishna এই রূপে ব্রহ্মাণ্ড ভ্রমিতে কোন ভাগ্যবান জীব গুরু কৃষ্ণ কৃপায় পায় ভক্তিলতা বীজ. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says to Rupa Goswami that we are wandering in this way. Brahmanda, whole universe, there are different types or forms of body, 8,400,000, and there are millions of trillions of planets up and down. Om Bhut Bhuva Sas, Bhulok, Bhuvarlok, Saralok, Janalok, Mahalok, Tapalok, then Tal, Atal, Nital, Patal, Rasatal. There are so many planetary systems. Chatur Bhuvan. This universe is called 14 different planetary systems. And we are wondering in these different planetary systems. If we are pious, then we are promoted to the higher planetary system, Saralok, Janalok, Mahalok, Tapalok, Brahmalok, Satyalok, there are so many Siddhalok. And if we are impious, then we are downtrodden, we go down more and more. Urdhangachanti sattva. If you are situated in Satagun, then you are promoted to the higher planetary system. Adhogachanti tamasa. I'm not going to go down. Keep also in the middle. But Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, even if you go to the highest planetary system, it is called Brahmaloka, where the duration of life is very, very long. That is described in the Bhagavad Gita. Jad Brahmano. So, sadhu, we are to take shelter of sadhu. Sadhu, guru, the same thing. Guru means sadhu, or sadhu. One sadhu means the devotee of the Lord. If one is not sadhu, then he cannot become guru. And sadhu means, this is the description given. What is that? Mai anannena bhakti kurvanti jidram is sadhu. Not that anyone with a saffron cloth and having a long beard, that is not sadhu. Sadhu means the devotee of the Lord. And that is his first qualification. Krishna says, Apiti Sudurachara Vajati Mam Anannabhag, the same thing. As it is Kapildev says, Mai Anannabhavena. Kapildev is also Krishna, incarnation of Krishna, the same thing. The Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Sang says, Vajati Mam Anannabha. Not being deviated. Mame come only unto me. This is Anannabha. Not that sometimes take from here some things, take from here something. Whatever is available. Those who are after material concession, they go different demigods. Take something from Shiva, something from Durga, something from Kali, this, that. So many. There are different demigods, especially Goddess Durga, Lord Shiva, and Ganesh, and Surya, there, and Vishnu. Vishnu worship is the best. Aradhananam sarvesam Vishnu aradhanam param. That is said by Lord Shiva to Goddess Parvati. Parvati asked Lord Shiva, what is the best type of worship? There are so many. It is amongst the demigods. So Lord Shiva advised, Aradhananam sarvesam Vishnu aradhanam param. My dear Parvati, amongst all kinds of different types of worship, Vishnu worship is the best. And then again he said, Tasmat parataram devi. And there is still better worship. What is that? Tasmat parataram devi tadyanam aradhanam. Then Vishnu worship is the best. And more than that, to worship Vishnu. Tadyanam aradhanam. So, therefore, here also the same thing. Saeva sadhusu krita. The spiritual life begins from the association of sadhu or devotee. You cannot progress a pinch only, without the mercy of sadhu. Naishang, Prahlad Maharaj said like that. Naishangamati stavaduru kramangri prishat anartho apogamo jadatya mahi asana padaraju visikam niskincanana navinita javat. His father, Prahlad Maharaj's father asked, after all his son, my dear son, Prahlad, how you became so much advanced in Krishna consciousness? Although you are demon, still you are inquisitive. So, Prahlad Maharaj said, my dear father, he used to address his father as Asura Vajja, the best of the Asuras. The sadhu manne Suravajja, Asura Vajja. Asura means demon and Vajja means best, Bariyan. So, because he asked that how you have advanced in Krishna consciousness, Prahlad, what is the process? After all, he was a learned scholar, he inquired, out of joking or something like that. So Prahlad Maharaj said, Matim na Krishne parato satova. My dear Asuravajja, father, this Krishna consciousness, no Mati. Matim na Krishna. One cannot get Krishna consciousness. Matim na Krishna. Paratu, by the instruction of father or guru. Paratu. Sato, by speculating oneself. Mithobi Padveta, or by assembly conference. For them, who are they? Grihabhritana. Matinna Krishne paratu satova mithobi padveta grihabhritana. Adanta gobhi visatang tamisram punachar vitacharmanana. This class of men, punachar vitacharmanana. Punachar vitacharmanana means sense gratification. We can see in the Western countries how they are everywhere, how they are attached to sense gratification. The same thing. Just like sex life. Everyone has sex life. Still, they are not satisfied. And our country it is not yet introduced, but they go to see naked dance. The same thing which he sees every night, he goes to see by paying some fees. This is called Puna Charvita Charva, chewing the chewed. This class of men, Puna Charvita Charvana, Matinna Krishne Parato Satova, Mithobi Padvita Grihabhrita. And Grihabhrita means those who have made their determination that we shall
Bluetooth mode. Bluetooth connected.
Religion means varnashram dharma. Brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi. And Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. More ashramas are compulsory. You must become a brahmachari. Then from brahmachari become grihastha. Then from grihastha he must become vanaprastha. Then he must become a sannyasi. When he becomes a sannyasi, that is the tapta karmana, tapta sajanapa. Tapta karmana. So long here in this material world we have to work. Karma. Karma means to gain some profit.
Bluetooth connected.
Karma, vikarma. Vikarma means against the law. Just like ordinary law. If you are working honestly, business or karma, that's all right. But if you do something wrong, then you are punished. The karma and vikarma. Vikarma is punishment. Karma you can do. You write your own fruit by working. You become big man, you become rich man, and you become poor man also by your karma. If you cannot handle your business nicely, then you become poor man. And if you can handle your business nicely, you become rich man. That is karma. Karma means you have to enjoy the result, fruitive result. That is called karma. And vikarma means punishable, powerful. And akarma means you do something, but you are neither punishable nor rewardable. It is rewardable, practically. And that is bhakti, or satisfying Krishna. There is no result. There is result. Ultimate result is go back to home there. But materially, if you expect some material profit by becoming a devotee, that is not possible. That is not possible. Mancha vicharni bhakti yogina jasevati. Then you become above all the resultant action of karma. The takta karma. Sannyasi means takta karma na takta sajana bandha. You cannot give up karma if you live with your relatives, sajana, and bandhava, society, friendship, if you live, then you cannot give up karma. You have to do either karma or vikarma. But if you become sannyasi, then you become a karma. Whatever you do, it is for Krishna. And there is no reaction. Yajñārthi karma annatra karma bandhana. Karma is bandhana. Vikarma is bandhana. But akarma is not bandhana. Bandhana means bondage. So we have to act for Krishna. Yajñārthi, Yajna means Krishna. Yajna means Vishnu. But people, Prahlāda Maharaj say, Nate vidu sarthagatim hi Vishnu. These ordinary men, they do not know that their ultimate destination of life is to go back to Vishnu, go back to home, back to God. Nate vidu. Why they do not know? Durasaya. Their hope is duro. Very, I will say, what is called? No, durasaya means which cannot be fulfilled. You can hope something, but it is hoping against hope. It will never be fulfilled. That is called durasa. Durasayadi bhahirarthamana. Persons were to become happy by adjustment of this bhahirartha, external energy or the material energy. They do not know that happiness cannot be achieved without approaching Vishnu or God. They do not know it. But they do. Sarthaka thing. Everyone is thinking, I must first of all see my own interest. That's all right. But what is your interest? That you do not know. First of all, try to understand what is your interest. But that you do not know. Because you are thinking falsely that by adjustment of this material atmosphere, I shall be happy. Everyone is trying. Nationally, individually, collectively, everyone is trying. But it is not possible. It will be frustration. Therefore it is called byHDG. So while they are attempting this process, which will meet with frustration, that is also there. Adanta gobhi visadantam isam punak punakchat vitacharvana. Because they cannot control their senses. Adanta gobhi. Go means indriya, senses. And adanta means uncontrolled. Adanta gobhi visadantam isam punak punakchat vitacharvana. So in this way, we are being baffled in so many ways. The only rescue is Krishna. Therefore it is said, Ananna bhavena, mai ananna bhavena, bhaktim kurvanti tirthiram. That is, I want Viravrata. That is stated in Bhagavad Gita. You will find parallel passages, the same thing, because Krishna, God cannot say anything contradictory. Whatever he has said, therefore Bhagavad Gita is the preliminary study of spiritual life. If you can understand Bhagavad Gita, then you can begin Shrimad Bhagavatam. If you have not understood Bhagavad Gita, it is useless. You cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. Just like Bhagavad Gita ends with the assertion of the law, Sarvadharman parittajya mamekam saranam bhaja. Sarvadharman. We have created so many dharmas. Dharma cannot be so many. Dharma is one. A religious system. What is that religious system? The religious system, the author of religion. Author of religion, author of law is government. Similarly, author of religion is God, Krishna. Dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranita. You cannot manufacture dharma, just like you cannot manufacture law at your home. That will be not feasible. That will be not useful for anyone. You can make thousands of law. I think this should be done. That is the fashion now. Everyone thinks in his own way. And that is not philosophy, that is not law. I think, we think, no, you cannot think. What is your value? You are imperfect. Your senses are imperfect. How you can think perfect things? No, that is not possible. Therefore, we have to tadviddhi panipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadakshanti tat jnanam jnanina tattvadarshanam. You have to take knowledge tattvadarshi, one who has seen the truth. Otherwise he will be frustrated. Similarly, religion. Religion you cannot manufacture. This is our religion, this is this religion, that religion, that religion. So, that is not religion. Religion is this. Sarva dharman parittajya mamekam sarvabhaja mai ananna bhavena bhakti. This is religion. Anything else that is cheating, that is not religion. Therefore, if one can understand Bhagavad Gita perfectly, and he takes to this system of religion, Sarva dharman parittajya mamekam saranam bhaja, then he can understand Srimad Bhagavatam. Because when Bhagavad Gita is ended, and Srimad Bhagavatam begins from that point. Because in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the introductory verses, Vasudev says, Dharma projita koitavo aptra paramanim matsarana. this Srimad Bhagavatam is not ordinary type of religious system. Because from this Bhagavatam, Koitava, cheating type of religion is completely swept away, kicked out, thrown. Dharma Prujit, Koitava, thrown. And upon this, the great commentator, Srila Swami, he said, Atra mokkha vanshaopi nirasta. Because we know dharma, artha, kam, moksha. So Srila Swami says that dharma projita, because people are becoming religious for moksha, liberation. So Srila Swami says that up to the end of moksha vansha, desire for liberation, that is also rejected. Because moksha is also not our ultimate goal of life. Moksha means to get relief from the material bondage. But if you do not get engagement of spiritual life, then moksha is also cheating because you will fall down again. I have repeatedly said that cure of disease is all right. But after curing, if you are not engaged in your healthy activities, then that means that your disease is again will be relapsed. The Shastra says therefore, Arujya Krichena Parama Padama Tata Patanti Adha. One, sometime after practicing much severe austerities and penances, he can approach the Brahma, Parampadam, that is Brahma, realization, or Brahmado, the Patantyodha, but from there also he will fall down. Why? Anadita Jusmatam Raya, because they did not care to worship the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of God. Therefore, Mayavadis, the impersonalists, they fall down. They cannot stay. It is not possible. Simply impersonal effulgence, Brahma effulgence, you cannot stay. You can, that example I have given, that you can go very high in the sky by your very powerful Sputnik and airship. But if you have no place to stay there, then you come back again. You come back again. Similarly, you can go to the Brahma effulgence, but within the Brahma effulgence there are Vaikuntha planet, the spiritual world, there is Vaikuntha planet. If you have no stay in the Vaikuntha planet, then you will come down again to this material world. Therefore, Ananna Bhaktena Bhavena Bhaktin Kurvanti Virabrata Ananna Sintantamma Jidana Pujupasat Tisham Nitta Vijuktanam Juba Kemam Vaham Ananna Sintan, simply thinking of Krishna, that will help you. Ananna Bhavi. This is sadhu. This is the sadhu. The previous verse also there was description. Titiksava Karunika Suhida Sarudena Ajata Sattva Shanta Sadhava Sadhu. This is the beginning of sadhu. Because to come to this stage, Ananna Bhavena Bhakti Yogena, you have to tolerate so many things. Just like Prahlad Maharaj. Ananna Bhavena Yogena, he is simply thinking of Narayan. How much trouble he had to undergo, even offered by his father. So we should be very much titiksava. The matter, this material nature will not give you freedom so easily. It will not give so much. If you become strong enough to capture the lotus feet of Krishna, then Mami Vaja Prapadanti Mayamita. Then Maya will give you. No, he is very strong. I cannot anymore keep him under my classes. So that is Ananna Bhavina. That is this guy. Ananna Bhavina Bhaktim Kudvanti Jedina. Mat Krite. For the sake of Krishna, one can give up everything. That is Ananna Bhavina. The first class example is the gopis. They give up everything. Their family, their relatives, their husband, their sons, their father, their prestige, their honor, everything sacrificed simply for Krishna. That is the highest perfection. That is not possible for ordinary. But we can, if we follow the gopis' way of loving Krishna, then it's just like the Goswamis, they use Gopi Bhavarasam Mritabdi Lahari Kallolo Magno Moho Bande Rupa Sanatano Ravidigo Sri Jiva. It is possible if we follow the Goswamis. The Goswamis were ministers, minister of Nawab Hussain Sahib, the Bengal government in those days. Sanatana Goswami, very finance minister, chief minister, very important minister, and they give up everything. Takva tu namase samandala patisani sada tuchava. By their determination to worship Krishna, they give up everything. Takva tu namase samandala patisani. Mandalapati means very big. When one is minister, certainly he is connected with so many big men. So they were actually connected with them, but they gave up. So that tucho, and most insignificant thing. And what was their next adoption? Na takta turnamasi samandala patisaning sada tucham bhutya dina gaisako karunaya kopina kanthasita. Kopina, simply loincloth and underwear. Kopina kanthasita, and one quilt. That's minimum necessities of the body. But how they lived, they were so big men, how they adopted such life and lived. Because if a man, a rich man, adopts immediately renunciation, that affects his material condition of life. We have seen this like in Bengal, Siarda. He had 50,000 rupees income in those days and he gave up everything and joined Gandhi's movement. He died within 1 year because he could not tolerate. So, without spiritual engagement, one cannot give up this material. That is the real fact. One must they give up this material enjoyment. That's not right. Now, how they live. Gopi Bhavarasam Mritabdi Kallo Ramagno. They dip into the ocean of the transcendental loving affairs of the gopis with Krishna. That was their asset. Therefore they live very peacefully and very happily. So we have to, we cannot simply give up. As it is said, that Takta Karma, give up every engagement. And Takta Sajano Bandhava, he will become mad if you give up all these things. Unless you have got staunch faith in Krishna. Then you cannot give up. It is not possible. Paramdishyani vartate. If you find Krishna's association is so nice, then you can very easily give up your opulent position, sajana, bandhava, family, business and everything. That requires sadhu sangha. To associate with sadhu, devotee, then you can develop such things. When day will come, you will be able to give up everything and you become liberated person, quite fit for going back to home, back to life. Unless you are completely free, if you have got a tinge of attachment for material enjoyment, Krishna will give you chance. All right, you enjoy. You enjoy to the fullest extent, because we have come to this material world for enjoying sense gratification. Krishna bhuliya aji, that is called maya, illusion. It is not enjoyment, it is simply struggle. But one who comes to the senses, that this is simply struggle, life after life, there is no enjoyment, then he can become a devotee of Krishna. So that requires knowledge, association of sadhu, devotee, that is being explained by Kapil. Thank you very much.